Hello, today we are going to talk about CALL, which is Computer Assisted Language Learning. Thank you for downloading this presentation and let's begin. First of all, the information is all based according to a research made by Mark Warshauer. So, all the information contained in this presentation is thanks to him. So, according to Mark Warshauer, CALL, which stands for Computer Assisted Language Learning, was divided in three phases, which are behavioristic call, communicative call, and integrative call. According to Warshauer, this was the oldest and most primitive way of learning another language. It consisted in simple algorithms which led to simple answers. It was applied in the early 50s through late 60s and 70s. This method they used was called drill and practice, which was based on repetition exercises. It gave immediate, non-judgmental feedback, and since it is a machine, it does not get bored of trying and repeating all sources, even though limited information. Now, in this slide, we can appreciate the first computer used in the first phase of CALL, which is the behavioristic phase. It is called Plato, and it was the first specifically designed computer for CALL. It had its own hardware and software, and it was launched in the early 50s. Communicative call. This was the second phase of CALL. It consisted in a more active method. The interaction between user and computer increased enormously. It was developed as improvement to the Plato, and it consisted on software, programs, video games, etc., which gave the learner more freedom to respond, or freedom that led eventually into an answer. It gave no positive nor negative feedback in most of the programs, due to them being partly primitive and still in development, but it sure improved from the repetitive behavioristic call. Now we have some examples of communicative call. In the first image, on the top left corner, you can see two people watching a TV monitor in which they are seeing themselves. This is some sort of primitive video call between two users. In the second image, in the top right corner, you can see that now they are having a video conference. Now, this is the last but not least phase of call. This is the integrative call. This is probably the most important of all the three phases. This is where call developed at a rapid rate. And this development came in fast because of two important factors, which are multimedia and the internet. Multimedia. With the invention of the CD-ROM in the early 90s, it broadened a wide spectrum of learning possibilities. Computers were now able to play music, images, sounds, videos, etc. And this changed completely the way people thought and learned. It paved the way for a 100% complete interactive learning experience. And now we move to probably the most important of all them all. The adaptation of internet to a worldwide access led the way for the maximum way of interaction between learner and computer, which in this case serves as the role of the teacher. And this broadened the way for new methods of teaching languages through computers. Here we have a few examples of the internet and how it belongs into the integrative code. We have in the top left corner we have the AIM instant messenger, we have the Microsoft Messenger, we have Skype, Twitter, Facebook, and MySpace. To conclusion, as time passes by and new technologies are being improved every day, the way we communicate becomes easier, thus improving the way we learn new things, and not only languages, but different types of knowledge that wouldn't have been possible without the intervention of computers in the human being's life. Thank you very much for paying attention and showing interest in this wonderful presentation.